one.
Well, the world has still gone nutty, buddy, even downright cruddy, buddy. Wish I missed the past, buddy, but there's still Buddycast. No, don't be nutty, go meet everybody here on Buddycast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder and host of Buddycast, Nick Sorensen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to everybody's favorite show, Buddycast. I'm your host, Nick Sorensen. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. It's been a while since we did a Buddycast, and a lot has happened. I mean, there's an alligator in the lake by now. There's all this news going on, and there's even a new Buddycast mascot.
Uh-oh.
Me and my wife adopted a kitten this weekend. So, we've been quite busy, but never too busy for a Buddycast, especially with my buddy, Real Life Funny. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm just blessed. Happy to be on Buddycast.
Hey, we're happy we finally got you on.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So,
Hey, busy's good.
yes, sir. Absolutely.
All righty. So, I got to start out by asking, how did you get involved in comedy?
So I had got into a movie right before COVID hit. Well, I got into a movie right when COVID hit, so to speak, and it just shut everything down. It wasn't no more movie. It was a Netflix series called All American, and they just slowed everything. With COVID, it just slowed everything down. So my next route was to just finish college and then try to be seen. So I finished college during COVID, and I just decided to start doing some skits, try to keep my face in the social media scene.
Nice. And from that, you've created so much content. Like you've done videos. Of course, I'm from Erie.
Yes, sir.
Just all that. Tell me how you create your content. Like, tell me all the planning that goes into it.
Oh man, so much planning goes into the content. If I'm doing it by myself, not so much planning because I could just wing it or write it down. But if I'm doing it with like a group of people, yeah, that's it gets extensive. Trying to pick the right people for the right character, and is this perfect? Is this person perfect for this type of skit? And then me trying to bounce off of, are they funny or do I need to like kind of punch them up? Stuff like that, little things. As I've grown with the comedy and the skits, I've seen why it takes certain people a long time to get to where they're at, with the comedy world. So it's a lot that goes into it.
Absolutely. And comedy isn't just something, like I love how some people think comedy is just something you can go on stage, tell a few jokes, and you're an instant hit,
Yeah,
it's writing, it's planning, it's testing, it's doing open mics constantly to find out what sticks,
Absolutely. Just for example, I've been working on this joke for quite some time now. And I couldn't get the ending right. And then I seen something in Atlanta and I'm like, you know what? Oh man, let me put that on the end of my joke. Boom. Put it on the end of the joke. And I haven't told this joke in quite some time either, but I'm like, man, I've been thinking about how to punch it up at the end to get the crowd actually going. And then, man, I used that end of that little clip I seen something, I used it in the joke, and it worked. I said, oh, fantastic. So I see why people tell you to keep using the jokes, get better at the joke, never throw it away, because you could continue to develop that joke and make it stronger as you go.
Exactly.
And then you develop more confidence anyway with the joke. Like I haven't told that joke in probably about 6 months, and I just whipped it right on out like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm. If I ever taught a public speaking class, I would say one of the first assignments is to go on stage and do 5 minutes of comedy.
Now that would be really interesting.
Because if you can get people to laugh with you, then by all means, what's it that you have to give a 5-minute speech in front of the class the rest of the time? You know,
Yeah, no, that would be
people,
funny.
if you can do something as challenging as stand-up comedy, what's stopping you from just giving a regular speech about whatever topic? You know?
Absolutely, and that's you know what I kind of started looking at it like that because I took a public speaking class, and I'm like, you know what? It's honestly just the same. It's about reading the room, not saying the same words over and over, and just having that confidence.
Exactly. So with your comedy, you create these videos, like you create, like I said, you created the, of course, I'm from Erie. You created, you know,
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry. This is Donegan too. He's a local guy. I got nothing but local stuff on.
mm,
Sorry, but I just want to throw that in there.
yeah, absolutely. That brings up my next question, which is in those videos, you've also highlighted a lot of local businesses, you know, talked about a local thing, a lot of things Erie related. Tell me
Yeah.
about those.
So all the businesses that I highlighted are just like childhood places that I've been that I love personally or my family. You know, we've been there. Like Romulo's chocolate. They're like I go there for the strawberries, and I get them for my girlfriend for Valentine's Day. It's just like
Ooh.
and then Romulo's have next door they have the ice cream and the bakery and stuff like that. Like Romulo's it just hits home. Like they have some of the best chocolate in the city of Erie, and I just wanted to let the people know out in the world, and people actually been reaching out like commenting on my video talking about, oh man, when I come to Erie, I have to actually try that out. So like Romulo's was one, Country Fair. I used to work at Country Fair, so being able to actually boost them up in a way where I would have never thought of where, I come from working at Country Fair as a cashier. So, them following me on the platform is major. It's like, man, anything can happen once you put your mind to it, and dedicate yourself, put some hard work behind it, and
Mhm,
strategize.
mhm. One of my favorite places that you highlighted was Mighty Fine Donuts. You know,
Oh yeah,
that's
Mighty Fine Donuts. Yes. Now they changed that recipe, but it's still good. But look, we need that old lady back there with the missing hand. She gonna get that. It's like no, just play it. But yeah, that Mighty Fine, yes, that's been a man. Oh my goodness! Like my parents used to bring them donuts home after work, or before. But if we're having like a Christmas party at school, we go to Mighty Finds to get some donuts, bring them to school. Everyone loves Mighty Finds. And then Red Hots. That door. Oh my gosh! It has to be the heavyweight champion of the world, of the door world. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
that door, you need to work out before you go into Red Hots. I'm telling you. You work up an appetite messing around with that door at Red Hots. So that was like, and then shoot, Erie, Pennsylvania, we love Greek dogs, Greek fries, pepperoni balls, all the
Yes.
pepperoni balls, the Greek pepperoni balls, the pepperoni balls, the Italian pepperoni balls. The list goes on and on.
And for
And
all my buddies out there that aren't from Erie, they're probably like, what the heck is a pepperoni ball? How would you explain a pepperoni ball to them?
oh man, delicious, flaky, crunchy Italian bread wrapped around whatever type of meat you want. No diddy pause, but pepperoni or some ham Italian with a little lettuce and a little Italian dressing on top. Add you a banana pepper or two. Oh my goodness, you can't miss out.
Mhm. You know, another thing that I think a lot of Erie people, like non-Erie people, don't know about?
What's that?
Sponge candy.
Absolutely, yes. They don't know about sponge candy. Oh, well, Ohio and Buffalo, they do.
Mm.
But outside of that, yeah, the world is definitely missing the sponge candy. If I could do anything in the world, I want to actually promote the sponge candy and try to get it all the way out there in all 50 states.
You'd be a traveling salesman.
Absolutely. If Romulo's would love me to do that for him, look, hey, I got a history in sales. I used to work for Nature's Own Tasty Cakes. I used to be selling all the products in the tops too, and country fairs and everything. So maybe we could work
Ooh,
something out. You never know.
absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, the other thing that a lot of non-Erie people don't know about, but this might come to a shock to you, ox roast.
You know what? I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this last video, how I was going to add the ox roast. Me personally, I never had it. So
What?
it's kind of yeah. No, I never had the ox roast. It just never dawned on me to actually try ox roast. I never. I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I never had it. I can't even. Now, Smith hot dog, the skin on or the skin off. Now we talking. Yep. Or the Smith Greek sauce stuff like that. Yeah, but the actual Smith ox roast, right?
Yep.
All right. You know what? Next time I come to Erie, that's gonna be the first thing I try.
Absolutely. You gotta. It's like roast beef, but it's better. You
See, I
know?
don't like roast beef.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
Hey, I look, man. I only do the what I do. Yeah, I don't. Roast beef is like one of the last. I can't even tell you the last time I had a roast beef sandwich. I can promise. I don't even like stew like that type of beef, like the stew beef and stuff like that. I don't like anything. Uh,
Hey, you gotta try ox roast and let me know about it.
now, do you put it on a sandwich?
Yeah,
All
of
right,
course.
add some cheese.
Yeah. Add
You know,
whatever you want to it.
okay, perfect. And, I'm gonna add some cheese and some mayonnaise, and hopefully it hit.
Maybe skip the mayo, but cheese definitely.
Skip the mayo. All
So
right, I'm gonna skip the mayo. I'm gonna just add, it probably has its own unique little sauce since it's been okay.
exactly, it's got it's marinated and stuff. Like you know,
Do you add
so
barbecue sauce?
you can if you want.
Okay, all right. You know what? Now we're talking. I'm gonna have to give it a try.
Certainly. So with all your videos, you have quite the fan base. How have you developed that fan base?
By just doing different videos with different niches. So I started branching off and doing like sport content, and trying to make it funny, and then with real life stuff that I see that I just try to think like, oh man, someone else is going through this. Why can't I just put it in a video and hopefully it takes off? Or I've been doing fishing videos, food videos. I've just been doing a lot of different content just to see what works and how I can critique myself and further get more of a fan base. I always need more fans.
hmm Where can
Yes,
your
sir.
fans find you? Where can people find you at?
I'm on everything, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Tinder. Say no. But
So
you
is my
can go.
brother-in-law.
But everybody can find me at real life funny underscore e dot n dot t on all social medias.
Sweet. And that's real life funny underscore ENT.
Yes, sir.
Real life funny underscore ENT.
Yep.
There we go. I put it in the comments so that way everyone knows.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hmm. So, with your comedy, with these videos, what are your ultimate goals? What are your ultimate hopes and dreams?
My ultimate hopes and dreams is to bring the community together, because Erie needs that with the youth. So I want to give them an outlet, because quite frankly, I'm like the only guy that's making videos in Erie.
Hmm.
So it's like, well, I mean, I don't, as far as comedy and stuff like that, I don't know, I don't see anyone else doing it. So it's like, coming from Erie, we're kind of a small market, so it's kind of harder to get out there and get noticed, but it's doable with hard work. So I've been going around to these different clubs like the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, the Boys to Men, and because all the kids they know me from TikTok and stuff like that, and they're just like, man, how'd you do it? And I'm like, man, I just sat down and planned it out, and I did it. I didn't just sit on the thought. I actually went out and did it, and that's all it took. It may not hit the first time, it may not hit the second time, it may not hit the third, fourth, fifth, or sixth or seventh. But you just have to keep going, and you have to believe in yourself. But my ultimate goal is to just bring the community together, for the kids. Just bring a good shining light to Erie, because I feel like it's a dark cloud over Erie right now, and it's just like, man, I don't know. I just feel like we deserve better. right now,
Mhm.
and Erie is a great place to be, great place to live. We have the beach, we have a lot of attraction. So I love it. I love Erie,
Mhm.
and I just want to be there for my community.
Mhm. If you don't mind me asking, tell me more about like the dark cloud that you see over Erie and what ways you're hoping to change that dark cloud.
Oh man, just the dark cloud over Erie is just the stigma of being in Erie. You can't really get anywhere from Erie. You can't really grow in Erie. It's stagnant there. It's like pond water. I mean, that's essentially why I go everywhere else and do shows and stuff too, because there's not a lot of people coming to Erie for a lot of different things, unless it's like the summertime and a few of the attractions and stuff like that. But I don't know how to say it, but I just feel like we just need somebody from the inner city to actually make it and come back and give back and be like, the face of the community. And hopefully I can do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm from the inner city. Everybody knows me. And we just need someone, to help. No, I don't feel like we have enough people in power right now to change the narrative around about our city and the outlook of being successful from Erie, Pennsylvania. There's successful people in Erie, Pennsylvania, but we need more.
Hmm. And you talked a lot earlier about like the youth in Erie, Pennsylvania, and how you like to be a role model to them. Have you ever thought of like mentorship? Have you ever thought of like being a buddy to those kids and really showing them the ways so that way they can continue what you built?
Absolutely. Yes. So that's what I'm working on now is a mentorship program for the kids. So that's why I've been going around to all the other programs, working with the kids. But essentially, I want to start my own. But you have to start somewhere.
Mhm.
So, I get with these groups and I talk to the kids. I make videos with the kids. I even interact with them on their level. I'll play video games with them. I'll play sports, basketball, football, you know, it's all about the kids at the end of the day. I started making videos for kids.
Mhm. Hey, speaking of videos, do you have any videos coming up?
I actually do have a big video coming up well, I have a few big videos that I'm actually proud of. I have a video coming up that I'm going to be posting from the concert at the Erie Insurance Arena. So I'm gonna be posting that. Shout out to DV. He got me all the way together on the video. Thank you. That's my videographer and Aiden. He works a lot with Mercier's Prep up there with the sports team. He got me right with the photography. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that video, and then I do have what else video? Oh, I do have of course, I'm from Erie, the finale video dropping too. I can't give an actual date on when I'm gonna drop it, but it's gonna be within the next 2 weeks for sure. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
gonna be the next biggest drop, at least for Erie, for my Erie videos.
And I'm sorry, did you say finale for those videos?
Yes, I gotta wrap it up. It's
Man, there's always something to talk about in Erie.
You're right, but after this one, it's just like I gotta hit something else. I mean, I'll bring it back if people start like if they if this one, it just depends. It just depends. It just depends.
Hmm. And
He
again,
said,
we
"Did you
can,
just say the finale?" I thought the
yeah,
last one was gonna be the finale. So you never know. I might come up with some more creative ideas.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, usually finale means last. So you're never making another You're from Erie video again?
I I can make some more, but as of right now, I am uh I am gonna probably be holding up. I'll be making more videos. So right now I'll be making more basically I'll do more like commercial like videos for all the businesses in Erie and help grow like that. But as of right now, yeah, I might this might be my last one, it might not be. I'm not gonna speak so soon.
You gotta keep those videos coming, man. You gotta keep those videos coming.
All right, just for you, I'm gonna keep them coming. After this, if this one hits like 4.5 billion views, I'm gonna bring another one the next day after
Sounds
that.
good. I'll hold you to it. You want it? We have a
Okay.
record. We have We have you on record saying that. So,
Absolutely. Hold me to it. I'm a man of my word usually.
So, buddy, I got two more questions for you.
All right.
First one is brought to us by my buddy Jonas Kane at hashtag positivity. He
Okay.
wants to know, in your own words, what does it mean to be someone's buddy?
Oh man, to be someone's buddy is to be a helping hand. To be someone's buddy is to be a family member. To be someone's buddy, I would say all around that person. If I know that I can't call on anyone, I can call on you.
A buddy's a person you can call on no matter what time of day, no matter what. A buddy's someone you can call on no matter what.
Exactly. 24 hours. I could wake you up out your sleep. You might get a little mad with me, but you'll put it to the side and see what's going on first.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Now, buddy, we've come to what's called the ultimate Buddycast buddy question.
All righty. The big finale. Let's do it.
I'm going to break this into two parts for you.
All right.
The first part, for anyone out there watching this video who wants to be a comedian, wants to go into comedy, what's your advice to them?
Just be wild. Just be you. Just be natural. Whatever comes to you, it comes to you. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Just keep working. Being a comedian is really hard. You can ask anyone that tried it or have succeeded in it. They'll tell you comedy is the hardest form of entertainment you can ever do. So you got to have tough skin. Number one, have tough skin. Number two, adapt. Adapt to the people. Number three, be creative. Number four, don't steal material. Number five, just have the confidence and get up there on stage and say what you got to say.
Certainly. And part two of the question, for anyone out there who wants to be a digital creator, same question. What's the advice?
Don't wait till tomorrow. Start today. You should have started yesterday. Don't worry about being the best in the beginning. Just worry about putting out content and getting into a flow. That was my biggest thing. It was just getting into a flow, getting into a habit, be a creature of habit. Like I said, don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about the views. Just build up your content. Your content is your resume. Your resume shows people that you're serious. When people look at my content, they're like, oh, okay, well, he might not have 1,000,001 followers, but this guy's actually trying, and they see that I put out content every day or every other day. So I'm actually building. You never know who's watching your platform. Somebody could reach out to me tomorrow. Somebody could reach out to me after this, Buddycast interview and be like, man, look, man, we really like what you're doing. You're doing podcasts, you're doing content, you're hosting concerts. Somebody might just reach out and be like, man, look, put him in the movie. We like his face. You never know what people might like about you. You know what I mean? So just get out there, push the content, and be you. Be natural. Make sure it's natural. And you know what I mean? Don't try to force anything. And just, hey, we're all learning. Every day is a learning experience. And, one other thing, always try to bring someone up with you. So that's the rule of thumb that I try to use. I try to bring someone up with me and go from there. But always drop the content. Yep, buddy system, absolutely.
All righty. Well, first off, please know you're not a guest on the show. You're a buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being a buddy on Buddycast.
Thank you for inviting me to be on Buddycast. It was an honor.
Of course. You're welcome back anytime, my buddy.
You know what? We're gonna have to get you in a video.
Ooh, sounds good.
You don't want to do it. He said, ooh, yeah, you know what? We might not have to make that video.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Don't make me look too crazy out there because I got to keep a professional image,
Absolutely. See, and that most of my content is mostly that's why I try not to cuss in my stuff. I try to keep it a certain way. But it's hard because comedy is everything. Comedy is literally everything. And I'm trying to break out of that where I want to keep a certain image because I'm limiting myself personally. But I understand where you're coming from. But I am an engineer as well, so I try to keep it professional as much as I can. But to the extent,
the last thing we want is to get the call in the boss's office and to hear, so about that video.
Yeah, you know what? You'll be safe with me though. I'll make sure that we don't do anything crazy or wild. I'm sure.
You got it.
Hey,
You
you
got
know
it.
what? Did you see the video I made about the crocodile?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes,
Oh
I
yeah, you know
did.
what you did? You said you should. I remember now. I remember our conversation. How
Yes.
could you miss that? Ah man, I did miss it. I did miss a valuable key in that video. You're right though, and you know what? That's another thing about being a content creator. You have to be able to take constructive criticism. You
Yes.
have to be able to take constructive criticism because sometimes people are right and you are wrong and you just missed out on that. You
It's
know what
not
I
just
mean?
that, it's the same with comedy too.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. When all around entrepreneur, you have to take constructive uh, criticism. It's mandatory. And if you're not one of those people that like to take that, you probably won't make it.
Hmm. And it's
Yeah.
not it's not criticism like to bash you and make you feel, it's to help you build you up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how you got to look at it. Well, I don't know everything. You can't possibly know everything. You have to be a sponge. Taking what helps and then leave whatever else out. You just leave whatever else, just let that go.
Hmm.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, buddy, thank you for being a
Thank
buddy
you.
on Buddycast. Stick around for a minute afterwards. We'll chat for a minute afterwards. But
Okay.
I have one favor before we close out this stream.
Oh man, the floor is yours.
Whatever you do today, tomorrow, next week, next month, even next year, promise me you're going to go out and you're going to go be someone's buddy.
I promise you that.
Solid. I have you on record.
All right.
For all my buddies out there, this is Real Life Funny. Please follow him on social media. You won't regret it. I'm your host, Nick Sorensen. Thank you for joining us on another episode of everybody's favorite show.
Well, the days are going fast, buddy, buddy, we've got to make them last, buddy, buddy, before they've all gone past, buddy, buddy, tune in to Buddycast. But don't feel nutty, go make it, buddy, here on Buddycast.
And give it a minute.